So for science, I have chosen the topic photosynthesis in plants. Now, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is basically a process through which plants make their own food. Okay, just like how humans make their different food, burger, pizza, etc. Plants have to make their own food by themselves. And what ingredients do they need? Like how we need ingredients, right? Whenever we are making a food, we are making some recipe and we need ingredients. So what do plants need? Plants need three things. They need water, they need sunlight, which directly comes from the sun, and they need carbon dioxide. Okay, plants need these three things basically to make their own food. And what happens? So these three things, if you can see this image here, as I have put this image here, as you can see, the water is going into the roots, and from the roots, it travels upwards into the leaves, okay, into the branches here. And the carbon dioxide is getting into the leaves from the air, okay, and the sunlight is coming directly from the sun. So the plant is getting all of these three things. So what happens when the water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight goes into the leaves, into the plants? So inside the leaves, this leaf here, okay, inside the leaf, there is a green substance, and it's known as chlorophyll, okay? Chlorophyll is a substance that makes these leaves green in color. It's basically what it does is that it traps the sunlight, okay? This is the only work the chlorophyll does. It's basically traps the sunlight. And then what happens? What happens is that the plant uses this sunlight, okay? The plant uses this sunlight here, this light energy to change, okay? It uses the light energy to change what? To change water and carbon dioxide into glucose, okay? To change water and carbon dioxide into glucose. Glucose is the food for the plants. This is how plants make their own food. They basically trap the sunlight, they get the water, they get the carbon dioxide, okay? And inside the plants, the chlorophyll, it's a plant substance, it traps the sunlight, okay? And basically what happens then, plant uses the sunlight to change water and carbon dioxide to change it into glucose. And glucose is basically the food for the plant. And then if you see oxygen is written here, and it's basically like the arrow is upward. What does this mean? Oxygen is basically released, okay? Plants, they don't need oxygen for making their food. They only need three things, which are water, sunlight, and carbon dioxide. So oxygen is not needed, and they just release the oxygen into air, which is what we breathe on a daily basis. This is like how important this whole process, photosynthesis, is. And this process is very important because through this process, plants make their own food and we get oxygen for free. And that is why we say do not cut trees, because they give us oxygen. So that's it for today. And I hope that you like my explanation, and I hope you enjoyed my lesson. Thank you and bye.